Well, right now, Sean Lennon. I am the host of PWE Report, Sean Lennon, Pro Wrestling Enforcer. Make sure to check us out every week. We've got some up and coming professional wrestlers on our podcast. And right now, we welcome all Natty, RJ Sowa, to PWE Report. And make sure to check him out. He's a graduate of the Freelance Wrestling Academy, and he'll be in action this Saturday at Freelance Wrestling Presents Prelude. Now, this is going to be a Darin Corbin Academy Invitational match. Zulfkar Tornado Kid will be a part of this. Regan Lydale, CJ Martin, Trent Wrigley, and Darin Corbin, of course. He is the one in charge of this, so he put it all together. And, of course, make sure to check him out. He's wrestled for All Heel Wrestling as well. One of their events, Rise and Fall, and we welcome him on the show. RJ, how are you doing today?
Going on? How you doing? I'm doing good.
Good, doing good, man. I hope I got everything in the intro.
Yeah, no, yeah, you did. You pretty much. Yeah. I'd like to apologize. I don't. This might be your lowest viewed episode ever. I'm not really the most interesting guy, but you know.
Hey, man, let's dig in. Let's find out what you're thinking, man. I mean, yeah, I'm sure is this one of your first podcasts or first ever?
Yeah, pretty much. I think I did like an interview for something else. I don't know where that ever ended up, but
okay,
on the dark web or something. I don't know.
Well, I'm gonna try and get this out tomorrow because we want to promote your match, of course, and definitely. And welcome to the show. My question for you is professional wrestling. So when you first discovered it, how did you feel like you were going to be able to, step in a ring and do the training, and how did it change your life?
Well, I've been watching wrestling since before I could even remember. I don't know even what first match I saw. I just fell in love with it at a very young age. I didn't think I was something I was even able to do until more recently. I just kind of took a chance on it because felt like it, and it's coming to me naturally a little bit as I get through the ropes. I don't know.
For sure. And you definitely had gotten in shape prior to the training, right? Talking about
definitely, yeah.
How did you find out you were able to push yourself to those limits?
I don't know. I was just very skinny and I didn't like the way I looked, so I kind of just started working out and people started complimenting a little bit, and so I kind of just damn, maybe I could try this out. Maybe I've got a look or whatever the hell they call it. Also, my stuff helps me. So
yes, yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. When you had this big debut match, Freelance Wrestling Academy Show, how nervous are you? You're in this big picture invitational.
Oh my God, yeah.
Describe the experience and how did you prepare to get in that ring for the first time?
Yeah, well, obviously, just being, I try to be at the academy as much as I possibly can, just on training days. That's what got me prepared for the match. But nothing can prepare you for walking out in front of just people. It was crazy. I wish they had cameras in the back. You would just see me like a lunatic, jumping up and down as my music played. My heart was racing out of my chest. But yeah, it's kind of just one of those things. Once you walk through the curtain, it's just a completely, the nerves turn into an energy that you use to help yourself perform. It's kind of a hard thing to explain, but
right, definitely, I got you, and I can only imagine, who helped you get there. We have Isaiah Velasquez, you have the rest of the trainees at the Freelance Wrestling Academy. GPA is pretty prominent there. So, how much did they influence you?
Oh my God, a ton. Yeah, Isaiah is incredible. I don't know if he wants me to talk about it because he's kind of he plays a different character, but yeah, he's been incredible. Right. Kylie Ray's been incredible. Jeff, even a lot of the people Davey Bang, Alfonso Gonzalez, Coda Hernandez. They're all just incredible. Just getting advice on just what to do and kind of helping the newer people figure this out with them.
For sure, that's amazing that you have that experience. And we before even did you start doing these little vignettes or videos? Was that before your debut, or did that come later on?
The first one I filmed was as I filmed one for each of my matches, just because it's something I want to kind of just work on my character and kind of just I don't know. I've been told they're too long, but I'm trying to look on it.
Yeah, maybe we need to have a director's cut or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and that's great that people get familiar with you because when we saw you on that poster, I had to say like you're like, well, who's this guy? We just and that's not just you that or anything personal. That's like everybody that that's coming from the academy. We're the fans, the people who watch it are not familiar with you. So how cool is that to just add that dimension to you?
Oh yeah, it's very, very cool. That's kind of like I'm more of like a character guy when it comes to wrestling. So I really do enjoy just like filming stuff and like I don't know if other people find it funny, but like so there's stuff I'll like do and I don't know. I
Yeah.
enjoy the character aspect more than like the wrestling aspect, but obviously I'm trying to get good at both of them at the same time. It's extremely hard.
Yeah, I know you were approached about the big picture invitational, and then from there was you were supposed to do this big the annual Rumble, right? The Rumble freelance Rumble match, and then you were prepping for that and probably
I was supposed to be in the
yeah,
Rumble. Yeah, I was
right.
bulking for the Rumble. Yeah,
Looking for the Rumble. People got to just check that stuff out and
if you
and
want.
see it. It's fun. It's fun. No, it's different. I appreciate it. And I dig that stuff. It gives me more stuff to work with when we're doing a podcast and everything like that. And so now you had the big picture invitational, right? And now you were in the ring with Nick Codis as your opponent. And how did you feel you fared against him?
I felt like I was about to win. I had my stuff and he smacked it in my face. Is that a disqualification? I don't know. I guess I'm the one that introduced it, so it's kind of my fault. But
Right.
I feel like I had him beat, and
Yeah,
now
you did.
he was the defiant champion.
Jeez. And then you had family and friends in attendance that had to watch that, right?
Yeah, I had my mom. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
she really enjoyed watching me get dumped on my head
Oh
as
no.
the finisher. So yeah.
And so now let's talk about the stuff. You won't disclose exactly what it is.
Yeah, no,
Many
I
people
can't.
they describe it as performance enhancing, if you know what that is, right? And obviously in the general world of combat sports or other sports, this is not allowed. But somehow in professional wrestling, we don't have a specific you know what I'm talking about, right? We don't have a specific category for this, right? Or
I get drug tested
ruling.
every day, so
Okay.
it's not performance enhancing. I don't know. The only thing is like I can't like my doctor told me I can't like disclose it because he might go to jail, but not for the reasons you're thinking. Like it's just like one of those things where like there's like regulations within the state and just, there's a lot going on. I can't explain what's in it.
Okay.
Yeah, there's nothing illegal in here. I promise you.
All right. All right. Well, take your word for it.
Yeah.
I had to bring it up. And like I said, professional wrestling doesn't really fall into the categories, you know, of other
I don't
sports.
know.
Or, I mean the actual, athletic or, regulations. So
What are you trying to say right?
what's up?
What are you trying to say right now?
I know, I just, hey, I just, trying to, trying to take it from that perspective, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Right?
All right.
Okay, so moving past that, your music hits. Describe the feeling going through your body before your match. That's a unique entrance theme you have as
Yeah,
well.
once again a very long build up. They
Yeah.
made this little intro for me and didn't really kick in with the fans, so now it's just like 40 seconds of silence from the crowd before I come out. But no, yeah, I really like that song. It was a song that I've just always liked for years. I would use that song as I was like working out.
Okay.
It's just now I don't listen to it at all. I like to save it for the shows because then it gets me really hyped up when I hear it. But yeah,
Yeah, for
the song
sure.
I always liked.
The fans also get hyped as well,
I guess. I don't know.
I feel like you should be handing out little bottles of stuff before the match, and then they'll put down their beer and they'll start drinking the stuff, right?
That's
And
true.
everybody can join you.
I can't let this formula get out there.
Yeah.
I
Well,
can't
you
let
don't have
other
to tell
people.
them. You
It's
can give them
true.
Kool-Aid, you know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
like you need to do that. You need to just like hand out these little cups and everybody starts drinking it when you come through.
It's an idea. Yeah, like maybe a little taste testing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to necessarily be the authentic product,
Oh yeah, it's not going to be the authentic.
Now, so what are your thoughts on your opponents in this Darin Corbin Academy? Now he has his own academy. What the heck is going on here? Darin Corbin is kind of meddling in where he shouldn't be meddling with you guys. And so your other opponents, do you find that they will be strong? Do you have any weaknesses you can exploit, or how do you feel about them?
Yeah, this is an interesting match because Darin Corbin is obviously he's a former what is he a former what does he call it, Triple Crown? He's the only
Yes.
Triple Crown champion in freelance history. So I'm excited to get in there with him. That's good experience for me. As far as the other people, like Regan Lydale has been wrestling for a while now. Trent Wrigley just got into it. CJ Martin just got into it. Well, and then the Tornado Kid is obviously in there too. And I don't know what his deal is with me, but
Yeah.
I'm very excited just because it's a very odd mix of people, I feel like. And I think the thing is Darin Corbin is trying to test the waters to see what the academy is like right now. So
Yes.
he's gonna learn that we've been working pretty hard. That's what he's trying to think he's gonna get an easy win on us. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. For sure. And then Zulfkar, the Tornado Kid, he won the last scramble that you were
Yes.
involved in with him as well. So describe him in particular as opponent. This guy is like a buzzsaw, literally.
He's crazy. He's insane. There's if you have a conversation with this guy, it is something. I think he wants to get in the ring with you. I think he told me that.
I want no part of that.
Well,
Listen, I love to have him on the podcast, but that's as far as I go. But no, I mean, he's just such a dynamic personality. And then when he gets in the ring, like, how do you handle a guy like that? There's no way you can train for someone like that. He is just a complete, you know what I mean? Kamikaze.
Out of the ring, he's absolutely the most hyper individual I've ever come across in my life.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
still have not been put in enough 20 yet. I don't want to find out what it feels like. It looks insane.
Oh yeah, that move, that's crazy. Yeah, the one where he just keeps spinning you around and
Yeah, he
around.
just tosses him. I think at the last show he threw saving gauge into the referee.
Jeez.
But yeah, it's
Wow.
crazy,
Yeah. Yeah.
crazy.
I just saw that one. That was like from back in September, I believe, right? Oh no, that was the last.
The last one, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, not the one you were in with him, right? Right, for
yeah.
sure. So we hadn't seen you in about a few months, not since September in freelance. So talk about what you did during that time that we haven't seen you in performing.
I've just been training, just getting ready for the next freelance show. I had a show in November. I teamed with the Tornado Kid for All Heroes Wrestling, and that was, I once again got beat up, and he figured it out how to get the win there. But yeah, I've just really been training, just trying to get better with each and every rep.
Definitely, you and the Thunder Kid took on Alfredo Arbiter and
Antonio
Eztli. Yeah, that was a fun one. I saw some nice highlights from that one. I felt like you guys had the crowd going. Like, how was that working a different crowd? That was the first time outside of Chicago or freelance, right?
Yeah, it was really interesting. It was like, I don't know if it was like someone's birthday or what it was, but yeah, it was interesting. We didn't, I don't know, like it felt like they really liked me and the Tornado Kid for some reason, even though they didn't really know who we were. So it's kind of cool.
For sure, and hopefully you'll have a return match there in the future. That's a fun venue as well.
Yeah, oh yeah, very cool building.
And then when you entered in Freelance Wrestling The Voice, so was that was one of your big matches at Logan Square where you're going to be on this main show? You're going to open up the show for The Voice. Like, how important was that match for you?
Yeah, this is my my third scramble match. The first time I was ever on the main show was like the Kirby show back in July.
Right. That's
yeah, I don't know. It hits different. The main crowd. The pre-show is awesome too because you open up the night. But yeah, there's something about like right before they start the show. You know this when you're there. Like they'll like do that thing where they'll just get everybody going. Yeah. And then they go right into that first match, and it's just like the crowd is so crazy. It's so awesome. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for Saturday.
Yeah,
Just a different energy. I can't.
Oh yeah, For sure, the Logan Square Auditorium is, and it had so much great wrestling there, outside of freelance. But yeah, when the freelance crowd comes, it's definitely something special. And you guys just want to make sure you deliver the best match possible. I know you guys get pumped up by it.
Yeah.
Right, that's great, and it's just cool seeing like how you came from that smaller venue, which was the academy, and now you're doing the auditorium, right? It's just
Yeah, we're not even in that building
energy.
anymore.
What's up?
We're not even in that building anymore.
Oh, I know you're not, but I was
Isaiah
just
got us
saying,
kicked out.
who got you kicked out?
Isaiah.
I don't know. I won't comment on that.
I'm joking.
I know. But what about outside of freelance wrestling? You were at AHW. What wrestlers outside of freelance are on your radar right now? Like, I would have a great match with this guy or this girl,
Oh wow. Man, I don't know. I'm not really like insanely familiar with the outside scene. Yeah, I know there's certain people that'll pass through that like I would like enjoy wrestling with. There's the Wrestle League champion Alfredo.
Yes.
Melees. I like him. Shaq Jordan comes through freelance sometimes. Those are some of like the more interesting names I can think of right now.
Okay. Who was the first one again?
Alfredo. I don't know his last name. I don't want to
miss. I know who you're talking about. Alfredo, not the
handsome Fredo.
Yeah, yes. He is, and his last name kind of changes depending what promotion he's part of. But
I believe he's the champion for wrestling, or he was.
Yes. Yeah, yes. I know. I have it at the tip of my. I know exactly who you're talking about, and I'll probably update it later on. But yeah, Alfredo would be that'd be a heck of a match, for sure. And then anybody outside of anybody in the business right now you look up to, like, oh, this guy, even if you haven't met him or not, like maybe someone you watch on TV or someone that's caught your attention. Like, I'd like to be where they're at or anything like that.
I don't want to say. I know growing up, my favorite has always been John Cena. So that's just who I always go to. That's what I always say. I know he's not really wrestling anymore. He's going to come back next year, but that's just my go-to. That's the reason why I like do this. He's always been who I look up to.
Yeah, well, he has 1 year left, so hopefully he makes it a good one. And then when you had started professional wrestling training, talk about some of the obstacles you had to overcome, and would you have any advice for any professional wrestling trainees out there that want to make it?
Yeah, you really you gotta commit. Like there's been like so many times I've seen like even from myself just like doing like something and like you just completely freeze or whatever. You just gotta commit to what you do. It's the only way you're gonna get better at it. Like you can't just like give up.
Right.
Like, that's it's so like cliche and corny, but like it really like is. I'm learning like in life that like you can really do anything you put your mind to as long as you like never give up. I know it sounds super corny, but it's true. Like just keep working, and you'll get to where you want to be. I truly believe that.
Definitely, man. Well, hey, I think you're kind of a testament to that so far, and I know you want to wrestle more matches. So is there like a number, or not even just a number, but like do you want like to be wrestling every weekend the next year?
And I'm gonna try. I'm kind of like in like a weird situation right now. I'm not available every weekend.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm trying to branch out. I definitely am. I think that's the next step for me. Is just getting around to as like many shows as I can.
Really. Yeah. Yes, for sure. And if anybody hasn't been to the freelance wrestling shows, describe like right now, sell them on it. Why should they come out this Saturday night?
Oh, it's freelance. It's so insane. There's like an energy in the building. Like there's certain times where you can literally feel the floor shake, just like from excitement. Like even the crowd is such a good mix. It's like 50% like hardcore wrestling fans that come there to watch wrestling, and then I feel like there's another 50% that is just like they're out drinking and they're just trying to find something to do for the night, and they come across this and they're like they're so amazing. Like they react to everything. It's such a great crowd. Really, like whether you're in the wrestling or not, like freelance shows they're for everybody. They're just such a good time.
Yeah, definitely. I have a buddy of mine. We're gonna go. Well, it's his first time. I'm a veteran. I've been going for the last couple of years, so we're excited to check it out. And for anybody who wants to follow you, go ahead, RJ, and tell them how to follow you on the social media platform and anything else you'd like to put out there.
Okay, so I don't know what my Twitter is. Hold on.
Okay.
My Twitter is at the RJ. No. Sorry, my Twitter is just RJ Sowa7, and then my Instagram is at the RJ Sowa. And then as far as like a message, just be ready for Saturday. I'm getting my first win.
All right, sounds good. RJ Sowa, everybody on PWE Report. Make sure to check it out this Saturday night. Freelance Wrestling Presents Prelude. It's going to be part of the Darin Corbin Academy Invitational. He's going to be in there with 5 other tough opponents, so we can't wait. It's a 6-person scramble. And yeah, we're excited to see what you have in store for us this Saturday night. I appreciate you.
Well, thank you, Sean.
No problem. And before you go, can you just do a quick shout out for PWE? I'm going to stop this recording and then start a new recording. Is that cool?
Sure.
All right.